Hey mathematicians, here are your notes for 1.5, solving inequalities. So, adding the same number to or subtracting the same number from each side of an equality does or does not change the truth of the inequality. Well, just like an equation, in this case, it does not change the truth of the inequality. So let's right away look at an example of this. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to read it to you. Solve 4y minus 3 less than 5y plus 2. And then it says graph the solution set on a number line. So we treat this the same way we would as if it was an equation with an equal sign. We're going to combine like terms across to start off. So I'm going to add that 3 over. So I get 4y is less than 5y plus 5. I'm going to move the 5y to the other side, so we get negative y is less than positive 5. And then, of course, remember when we divide or multiply by a negative, that sign has to flip. So our final answer is y is greater than negative 5. And then graphing it on a number line looks like this. I don't always put extra numbers. I try to just keep it to the main number and maybe 1 or 2 on the side for context. I see a lot of people put their circle on and then create their arrow. I like to put mine above just so it's really, really clear, as well as really clear which direction the arrow is going. You may have a different teacher that wants it done a different way. Just make sure you ask them. Next up, multiplying or dividing each side of an inequality by a positive number does not change the truth of an inequality. However, multiplying or dividing each side of an inequality by a negative number requires that the order of the inequality be reversed. And that's what you just saw in this last problem. So let's look at another example. If we divide this side by negative 0.3, we're going to get p, and then we have to switch or flip that inequality. And 12 divided by negative 0.3 is 40. And then, of course, I always like to put my variable on the left side. I just think it looks a little bit more finished. And then we graph it the same way. Throw your number line, your number for context. This is an or equal to, which means we have to fill in that dot. Remember, greater than less than without the line underneath, sorry about that, is just the open circle. As soon as we add that or equal to line underneath, we have to fill our circle in. P is greater than, which means it goes this way. All right, final example. Solve negative x greater than x minus 7 divided by 2, and then graph that solution set. Same thing here, we're just going to solve it as if it's an equation. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Because it's a positive 2, it does not flip the sign. Now I'm going to add that x over. In this case, it's actually subtracting that x over. And then dividing. Here I'm dividing by a negative number, so I'm going to flip that inequality. A negative 7 divided by a negative 3 is positive 7 over 3. And then when we put it on a number line, 7 over 3. It is an open circle because it is less than, not less than or equal to. And less than goes to the left, just like that. All right, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know.